Hey guys, I'm really excited to be back here today taking part in a little creative challenge with Alisha from Lovelettergeneration and Papermilkshake, Tennille from Papermilkshake, who's not actually joining us this week, but this is definitely hers and Alisha's little regular crafty challenge that I am joining in on. And this challenge this week, or this round, was to use acetate, and I always love taking part in these challenges because I always feel really inspired, and then I love getting trying to get creative and come up with something really cool to share with Tennille and Alisha and with all of you. So I have a few projects here where I used my acetate. I pulled them all out. I was working on some design team projects for Rosie's studio. So yeah, I thought I would incorporate some acetate into some of the projects that I'm using. So I will pop these off to the side, and we'll start with these two little projects I made for using this gorgeous work of heart collection from Rosie's studio. And the first one that I made was one of these little envelope flip books with little acetate covers, and so I used some acetate to make this front cover and the back cover, and I made a sequin shaker mix. And I used some acetate. What I use, and it is acetate, but I use what we buy here to bind like presentations. It's quite thin, but it is it's sturdy enough, and that's what I use as acetate. And I cut this down. So this little book is 4 by 4.5, so it's quite mini, and I cannot right now remember the name of the very creative lady who I was inspired by to make this, so I will rack my brain and look it up and add it in the comment section below. So I'm really sorry whoever inspired me, I can't remember. But yes, I used this gorgeous new collection and made this little mini album, which is like a little rainbow of envelopes, which I absolutely love how this turned out. And then inside each envelope, I haven't actually quite finished it, there's like little color coordinated goodies. So red goodies in there, peach, orange, yellow, green, blue, and then indigo, and then violet. And I just love how it's turned out. I love this idea, and I love using the acetate. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky to sew with, I find, because it's quite stiff. Like using the page protectors is a lot more forgiving, but using the acetate makes a much stronger cover. So I love this first little project, and using the acetate means you can see through and see the gorgeous little rainbow of goodies. And then I wanted to, so I went to the like a $2 shop, and I brought this like pill container that had all these little mini pill containers in it. And I have seen them before, but they have like morning, noon, night, and extra or something on them, and so I never brought them. And then I realized I could probably take that off with some nail polish remover, which I have actually done before with some other containers. But I thought these are so cute, and then I thought you could decorate them and do all these things. And I'm like, why don't I make a little acetate box to put them in? And what I first attempted to do was to make almost like a hanging thing, but I was like, that's not quite right. So I made this cute little acetate box, it's about 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch wide, and I just can pop my little sequins in there. And I was like, that is super cute. You could decorate that. I can't get this back bit in. You could decorate that, or if you wanted to make it a little bit special, you could make a little wrap for it. So I made a little wrap using this gorgeous, as you can see, this is one of my favorite papers, the little rainbow of pencils, to make like a little cover for this, a little sleeve. And then I popped these little paint chips that say create, and they were just like the perfect miniature size for a little swap that I'm doing, of a mini swap, and they just go so lovely together. So those are my first two acetate projects. And then, well, actually this was the first one I made, but those are the first I'm sharing. I wanted to make an acetate lid, like a shaker sequin lid for a box, and then to fill it with goodies for a swap. So I made a really basic box, and I used acetate, and then I you know, I've made it, and then this is an extra layer inside where I put the sequins inside, and I just love how that has turned out. It's still sturdy, but you can see through it, and I just love it. You could decorate this, but I actually just really love it plain, and I'm going to give it to my pen pal like this so that they can reuse it if they want and decorate it to match their swap. I filled this one up with all these little sequin shaker frames, and oh, this is Us collection from Rosie's studio. This is one of the other new collections, so I made these cute little, there's actually using acetate too, but I didn't really think about that. There's these gorgeous frames in the collection, and I made them into little shakers, and then I decorated them with puffy stickers and chipboard stickers, and then this one's just like a little what's this called, glitter frame, but I made them and then I popped them in these little packages, which aren't using acetate. This is using some really thick vinyl, so this wasn't really an acetate project as such, but it does definitely go with the theme, and I just thought it worked out perfectly to share these with my pen pal. I put some shredded paper in there, and that is a lovely way to add it. When I was going to start doing this, I was like, how do I stick this down? I've tried using red tape before, and it just sometimes just pops out, and I wanted something that was a bit more permanent. So what I've used on this one, and I mean it stayed very well sealed, is E6000. Trying to find, I just had like this little teeny tiny tube of it that I had from years ago from jewelry making. I think I used the whole lot, but it's stuck here really well. It's really clear. I mean, you can see it, but it's certainly not like offensive, you know, it's not that obvious, and I just think that has turned out really cute. And because I did that, I decided I'd make another one, and this one's a lot thinner, and I actually used a polka dot acetate, but I have made this really cute little traveler's notebook, and I was like, oh, it's all very you know, it's got lots of little bits sticking off, and I thought it'd be really cute to gift it in a wee box. So I've made a wee sleeve like this, but I used the polka dot acetate to make a lid for this really cute, so it's quite a thin box, but putting that little acetate lid on it, it doesn't hide the project. So I haven't actually finished this project, but I'll just do a little quick flip through. I'm part of Daily D's Patreon, and she did a really cool little mini series teaching us how to make saddle stitch traveler's notebooks, like decorated traveler's notebooks, and I've made it, but I haven't saddle stitched it yet because I was like, I'm going to put it in this box. So it fits very snugly in this box, like literally I have to squeeze it in. This one I actually shut with a little bit of red tape, so it probably won't be quite as durable as the bigger box, but I don't know, I just think acetate is so fun. You can just use it to have that, you know, it's still sturdy like paper, but you can use it to create things and still see through them. So I mean, these two are the same, you know, these are three very different projects using acetate, and if you just keep some acetate with you while you're like doing your crafting, then you can put it in as a you know, like as in a fill-in for paper, and I just think it's really fun, really sturdy, and like this is, to me, you can see the sequins, so it just makes it a little bit cuter. Anyway, I've been creating quite a lot of projects. I have not been very good at filming because I know life just gets in the way as it does. So it's really cool that Alisha and Tennille let me join in on these cool challenges sometimes, because they really inspire me and give me a bit of a kick in the pants to film some videos to share with you guys. So I will really try and be better at getting more videos up when I can. I'm certainly creating slowly in the evenings, so by the time I actually create things, it's quite dark. Anyway, I'm rambling. Make sure you go check out Alisha and see Alisha's channel and see what acetate projects she has created. I have a sneaky suspicion she may have created some kind of box too, so I cannot wait to see what she has made, and I will leave a link to that below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.